We've got quite the itinerary today before we get to the buffet, but I'd like to start today's activities out with the drum group here. Donald, if you can.
Dungog. My name's Donald Soktoma. I'm on the commission, and I'm also a member of the Passamaquoddy tribe. Today we're going to gift your ears with some beautiful singing by Witapehkewakoni-Awt, Thunder Women.
That is our welcome song.
Thank you very much. And with that, the park acknowledges that this park, it sits on traditional Passamaquoddy, Pescatomakati homelands. This is where they settled for thousands of years. And we take great honor in being stewards of this land, and hopefully in the future partnering more and more with the tribe in responsible stewardship of these many acres of beautiful lands that we have here at the park. So thank you very much. So welcome to our 61st year at the park. Last year was a very, very significant year. It was our 60th anniversary, but also probably our most successful year to date. a significant number of visitors compared to usual, a huge recovery from the pandemic years. With that, we built new programs. We did a lot of outreach throughout the region. We've built a lot of partnerships like never before. So we're definitely on track for many, many great successes over the next 60 years. Sorry, what's?
The entrance of the Lieutenant Governor, Joe.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. So,
If everyone could please rise.
yeah, if you can please rise for the Lieutenant Governor of New Brunswick, Louise Embo. It's an honor and a privilege to have you here.
Standing for the national anthem.
Thank you. So as we gather here today to celebrate this very significant achievement in the park's development of the natural area, the Friendship Trail, I'd like to remind us that the park's mission is a mission of friendship, unity, and mutual respect. Those three missions of the park far transcend political boundaries. Politics are temporary. The park has been here for 60 years, representing with pride and without fault that mission of friendship, unity, and mutual respect. All of us in this room share the same common values, the same goals, the same struggles in life. We are one people. I ask that while you're here, you take the time to get to know each other and to leave with new friends. And that's the very thing that this Friendship Trail represents. It's a trail that transcends political divide, borders, the troubles that we have throughout the world right now. So it's a very fitting time that we announce the opening of this trail. And with that, my speech is the shortest, you'll be pleased to hear. So I'm going to introduce Commissioner Philip Conkling who has been a key part of this trail's development since the start, since the days of it being a dream. So Philip, thank you.
I have some written remarks, but I thought I would just start out a little bit informally by saying that 10 years ago, as a relatively new commissioner, I was asked, because I had a background in forest ecology, to, during a planning exercise, to say what's the park want to be during the next 5 to 10 years. And my answer to that was that Franklin Delano Roosevelt, what he was so inspired by here was that he obviously loved having his family and the cottages and the people that came with their families, but it was nature, the power of nature here, the ferocious tides, the forests, and the indigenous people who inspired him. And so much of that, when I tried to understand, like, where did he go on Campobello? A lot of Campobello is underlain by fabulous bogs. Now, when you're a forest ecologist, this is a great thing, but bogs are hard to get around in. In Maine, we call them quaking bogs, and that's because they're scary and to walk on. They literally bounce. And so we began a process that has taken 10 years, in which we are celebrating this great time, because it took quite a long time to do everything right. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. John Eastman, our new easternmost park partner here, has been a great leader in this effort to get the trail completed. And that, as I said, it takes a village. It takes a lot of effort across the border. So I do now, in my formal remarks, want to honor all of you who are joining us on this special occasion as we celebrate the grand opening of one of the most ambitious projects ever undertaken by Roosevelt Campobello International Park. The Friendship Trail, and all of us are learning how to say the Friendship Trail in Passamaquoddy, and I'm going to attempt it, and please forgive me, but Witapehkewakoni-Awt is a anglicized version of the Passamaquoddy name for the Friendship Trail. And I stand here together with you to celebrate this opening, which is not just a path through nature, but it's really a path through a more profound connection between people, nations, and the land we are so privileged to protect. There are many people along the way who have helped get this project to this moment. Several commissioners. Sandra Irving was on the original planning committee, but a now departed member of the commission, Sidney Unopsky, who some of you may know grew up in Calais, was a tireless promoter of this idea of giving access to 1,000 acres that had been previously really inaccessible to almost all of us. Starting at the serene lower duck pond, the Friendship Trail invites visitors on a journey like no other, spanning over 3 miles and offering bridge access across the pond, a 1,700-foot custom-built floating walkway, and a passage through more than 1,000 previously inaccessible acres. This trail connects Lower Duck Pond to Upper Duck Pond to Fox Farm and reveals stunning, really truly stunning views and quiet moments of reflection to celebrate the timeless beauty of our natural areas. There is literally nothing like this trail anywhere else in the world. However, the Friendship Trail is more than just scenic. Its development has been carefully intentional. Every single element has been carefully designed with a purpose. Before breaking ground, the Park Commission undertook a thorough environmental impact assessment with years of studying the ecology of this unique landscape to ensure that this project where we would tread lightly. The result is a trail that touches the landscape but does not disturb it. A trail that literally floats above sensitive habitats without leaving a permanent mark. This is a triumph of both vision and responsibility, a shining example of how development and environmental stewardship can go hand in hand. As all of you explore the trail, you will all find unique opportunities to learn. Along the route, interactive stations bring to life the story of this landscape for nature lovers, for providing fantastic bird watching opportunities, inviting hikers, cyclists, families, students, and others to discover what a coastal wetland bog is and how these ecosystems form and why they matter so deeply. Here we protect a classic domed bog, classified by the province of New Brunswick as a provincially significant wetland. This is a rare and fragile place, a cradle of biodiversity, and a vital part of our coastal ecosystem. Through the Friendship Trail, we not only protect it, but we help others understand and appreciate it. But above all, today's celebration is about connection. The Friendship Trail represents the enduring friendship between Canada, the United States, and our Passamaquoddy Nation friends. It is a symbol of unity, cooperation, and mutual respect. On this island, where two countries, three nations meet in shared purpose, we are reminded that borders can be bridges, and that friendship, like a well-built trail, is something that we walk together, one step at a time. So today, we invite you not just to hike, not just to admire, but to be part of something bigger, to honor our past, to celebrate our present, and to walk boldly into a future shaped by nature, heritage, and friendship. Thank you all for coming and helping us celebrate this great event where nature, heritage, and education come together. It is now my great honor and pleasure to introduce our Commission Chair, Ann Roosevelt.
Thank you, Philip, and good morning, everybody. It is a tremendous pleasure to welcome all of you to this historic day at Roosevelt Campobello International Park. We are especially honored to be joined by Her Honor, Lieutenant Governor Louise Ambeau of New Brunswick, and by Chief Hugh Akaji of the Passamaquoddy Nation at Schoodic. Your presence here today reminds us that this park and the land it safeguards is not only a place of natural beauty, but also of deep historical and cultural meaning. I often think about what my grandparents, Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt, might have thought about if they could walk this trail today. Campobello was their refuge, a place of peace, place of restoration and perspective. They both believed deeply in the power of nature to heal and to inspire. and in the responsibility of nations to work together for the common good. In times as turbulent as our own, they would have seen this trail not just as a path through the woods, but as a living symbol of connection between people, between countries, and between generations. This project could not have been realized without the collaboration, generosity, and vision of many partners who are represented here today. Your craftsmanship, your expertise, and your patience is what made this possible. Whether you were designing, building, advising, or supporting this work, you helped create something lasting, meaningful, and deeply respectful of this land. We are grateful for every hand that helped shape this trail, and we are proud to recognize those contributions today. Besides former Commissioner Sidney Yanofsky, we want to recognize former Commission Chair, the Right Honorable Greg Thompson, who was critical in the permitting process. Former Commissioners Edward McLean, who is here today with us. We're so pleased to have you, Edward. Sandra Irving, Michael Mean, who's also here, Kathleen McNair, all provided encouragement and support for this project. Tim Flood and the staff of Alternative Concrete Technologies and Flood Brothers Engineering for picking up the entire construction process from start to finish, including the bridges and floating walkway. Miller Paving Construction Limited for the construction of the gravel berm walkway. MSI Engineering for manufacturing the floating walkway sections. Glenn Porter, formerly of CBCL Engineering, a key individual in design and construction. Glenn recognized the Commission's vision and worked to provide innovative solutions. Without Glenn's support early in the design stage, the project would not have been possible. Derek Mitchell of Boreal Environmental Solutions for their extensive work on the environmental impact assessment and permitting application, as well as monitoring the project's environmental impacts. The Department of Environment and Climate Change, New Brunswick, for their oversight and guidance of the permitting process. The Executive Director and Superintendent, John Southern, and Director of Building and Lands, Stephen Smart, for their project oversight and leadership. Not to mention the staff of the Maintenance Department for their construction assistance and ongoing maintenance of the trail, especially Dana Mitchell and Carrie Newman, who have gone above and beyond to complete the finishing touches. Our many key partners, including Lubec Community Outreach Center, Jennifer Bristol, who's here with us today, for their youth partnerships and for the all-terrain wheelchair, which is outside for you to investigate. It's a fascinating machine. Educational partners such as the University of New Brunswick, Fredericton, the University of Maine at Orono and our internship program, and conservation and education partners such as Bob and Sandy Duchesne. You see what it takes? It's remarkable with all these moving parts that we have reached this place today. Thank you all for joining us in this celebration and for your ongoing support of Roosevelt Campobello International Park. Today's opening is not just the start of a trail. It is the continuation of a journey shared by neighbors nations, and generations. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Commission's Vice Chair, Michel Doiron.
Good morning, everybody. Bonjour tout le monde. It's a pleasure to be here this morning. I have the great honor this morning of presenting our Honorable Lieutenant Governor. J'ai l'honneur aujourd'hui de présenter la lieutenant-gouverneur du Nouveau-Brunswick, l'honorable Louise Imbeau. Elle a été nommée lieutenant-gouverneur pour son engagement envers les communautés et son service public. So she was nominated lieutenant, or named, not nominated, but named lieutenant governor for her engagement in the community and her public service. As Governor General, she represents the Queen and plays an important role in the promotion of the values and traditions of Canadians. Notre lieutenant-gouverneur joue un rôle très important représentant la reine et les valeurs traditionnelles canadiennes. Son parcours professionnel et ses contributions à divers secteurs témoignent de son dévouement envers le bien-être de la société du Nouveau-Brunswick. So, c'est avec grand honneur, it's with great honor, that today I introduce l'honorable Louise Imbeau. Madame Imbeau.
Merci beaucoup. Chief Akaji, membre de la commission Roosevelt Campobello du parc Roosevelt Montebello. Montebello, yes, Campobello. That's what nervousness does to you. I'm sorry, but I know where I am. Do not worry. Alors, chers membres de la commission du parc Roosevelt Campobello et anciens membres aussi de la commission, staff members, friends, chers amis, good morning, bonjour, kwe. Je suis ravie d'être parmi vous pour fêter l'ouverture officielle du nouveau sentier de l'amitié Passacomodie. Aujourd'hui, un grand jour. I'm delighted to join you to celebrate the opening of the Passacomodie Friendship Trail. I've attempted to say it the new way, and I don't think I can achieve it. So if you'll excuse me, I'll keep on with Passacomodie. Is that okay? Thank you. To recognize the history, the rich history, and the vibrant culture of Passacomodie people who have lived in harmony with this land since time immemorial. I strongly believe in the value and the importance of reaching out beyond our traditional spheres of influence. As we face the growing challenges linked with climate change, we could learn a lot from the philosophy of the First Nations, which prioritized, who make it important, the development of sustainable environmental practices. Depuis longtemps, cette région est un site important pour les échanges culturels. À quelques kilomètres d'ici, l'île Sainte-Croix, les colons français ont tenté d'établir un site permanent en 1604. Les premiers liens créés avec le peuple Wabanaki et les connaissances qui leur ont été transmises sont devenus essentiels au développement de l'Acadie. More recently, the Roosevelt Campobello International Park continues to be a site for cultural exchange and model of cooperation and friendship. For over 60 years, the park's maintenance exemplifies the cooperation spirit that the people of Canada and the United States have cultivated. This is one of the places where, as neighboring nations, our history, folklore, culture, and traditions are deeply interwoven. Despite our differences, we can achieve great things when we work together. The park, this trail is a shining example. Malgré nos différences, nous pouvons réaliser de grands projets. Ce parc en est la preuve. Je suis reconnaissante envers ceux et celles qui assurent la préservation du Parc international Roosevelt Campobello pour les générations futures. Je tiens particulièrement à souligner vos efforts de réconciliation avec les peuples Wabanaki. Nous devons saisir les actions qui mènent au rapprochement entre groupes culturels. L'inclusion des Premières Nations dans le développement de ce sentier d'amitié permettra aux visiteurs du parc d'en apprendre davantage à propos de leur histoire et de leur culture dynamique. Thank to you, to the members of the Roosevelt Campobello International Park Commission and the management staff who worked hard to share the stories, artifacts, and natural beauty of the park with visitors. Thank you, Walalin, Walewan, merci.
Donald, if you could introduce our next speaker, please. So Commissioner Donald Soktoma will introduce our next guest speaker.
Today I'm honored to introduce the chief of the Witapehkewakoni-Awt Passamaquoddy Nation on Skudik. In our language we call the chiefs Zagum. So I'm honored to introduce Zagum Hugh Akaji.
Thank you, Donald. Sorry. As I recognize honored guests, Lieutenant Governor, honored guests from the Commission, and honored guests within the audience, I was thinking about how I usually open any talk by thanking the Indigenous peoples of the territory for the opportunity to stand and speak in the territory. But I really shouldn't do that to myself. So I would like to thank the people of Campobello for opening their homes, making us welcome. I know you did this for the Roosevelts. I know you worked with our people years ago, your ancestors. I would like to thank you because this is a beautiful place, a hidden secret, and sharing some of those secrets is what we're here for. So as I hear quite often words like friendship, it takes me back to, of course, treaties of peace and friendship. 300 years ago, right here in the New Brunswick, we, the Witapehkewakoni-Awt, negotiated treaties of peace and friendship. We'd like to think we've kept those treaties. We'd like to think we've honored them, and especially the part about friendship. So, knowing that this is the Friendship Trail, I would like to ask a couple of people to join me, and I have a gift for you, and I'll explain that if you wouldn't mind coming up. Would you do me the honor? Your honor? How about you?
Yes, Chief.
We keep saying that it takes governments, it takes many people. It takes a lot of individuals who will stand up and make a difference. I have people on either side of me that I'm sure are going to do that. The man on my left has brought incredible things to my life, sharing with our people ever since he's taken the role and the evidence of what's happening with this new walkway. That's why I'm very proud to be here and be part of this and enjoying it and knowing that I don't have to look back to our 14,000-year history. This is what we did in the woods. This is how we lived. So thank you for bringing things back, reminding us, sharing with others. In 2010, we did a reenactment of that 300-year-old celebration we had this year for the Treaties of Peace and Friendship. And during that celebration, we passed soup around to all the participants, and we did limited edition bowls for that event, and we passed them out. The limited edition didn't go very far because there were so many people that came back and said, "What about us? We love those." And I have a couple with me today that I'd like to share with our guests, and maybe that will remind us again of the event, the friendship, and the treaties that we had years ago. So bear with me just for a moment. I buried them deep. I had to do with rain, water, not breaking them on the trail. And I'm sorry, I don't have a fancy bag for you.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And with that, short and sweet, just a personal appreciation to everybody. A lot of you know my story. We'll talk about that later. This is not the place. There are things that we need to discuss. We'll continue our discussions and on working together. I hear that a lot, but not everybody actually knows what it means. We do. I'm sure the people around me do. And I look forward to that relationship continuing. I'm going to ask you one more thing. Please don't ever clap for me. Sometimes I feel that if people clap for me, it might be about me. This is about my people. I'm not Huey. I'm not just a chief. I'm a people. And so I really don't believe that I need personal accolades. I need recognition of my people. And this is where we're going to have a longer discussion with Canada. So thank you, everybody. Again, thank you, honored guests, and thank you for the opportunity. And everybody have a great day. Thank you.
And we will clap for your nation.
So Bruce, if I'm at the right place on the itinerary, I believe it's the video. So we have a short video. One of our guests here, Ryan Malagara of Devi Productions, has put together a couple of videos for us. One was the early stages of construction, so we had a documented construction process, but also this shorter video that introduces people to the trail now that it's complete. So that video and others will be available on YouTube. So if you wish to show it to friends, stay tuned. You'll be able to find it by just searching the Roosevelt Campobello International Park. And also a video worth watching, but I give you a message of caution. There's a severe risk it will turn you into a bird nerd. Bob Duchesne here has done an outstanding video of the bird life, and it's an introductory video to the new trail. Definitely worth a watch. What is the name of that, Bob?
I don't know. Just look up Bob Duchesne, which you can't spell unless you're French. But it's just look up Maine birding and I'll pop up.
Yeah, and we will post a link to it. I believe there is a link already on our Facebook. Sign up for our constant contact newsletters, and keep on top of what we have going here. We hope to be following this up with some great educational programs that will utilize this new trail to its fullest potential. So please stay tuned for those. So with that said, we're about to wrap up the ceremony today. Did anyone else on the commission have anything to say? We have one last part of the ceremony in recognition of the 3 nations that are represented here by this park. We have a tree ceremony where we will be planting 3 trees in the historic core representing the 3 nations. We didn't want to drag you outside in the rain for this, so it's probably the most bizarre tree planting ceremony you'll attend. But Bruce is going to lead the way on that and tell you a little bit about what the trees are and what they represent.
Thank you, John. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Bruce Thompson. I'm the Manager of Visitor Services here at Roosevelt Campobello International Park, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you all once again. So you may have been wondering why there were live trees in the hall today, but it has to do with commemorating this very special day and this very special event. So 3 trees were designated. They'll be planted in the historic core later. So we have an oak, bur oak, representing the United States. We have a crimson maple representing the country of Canada, and then we have an elderberry that's representing First Nations and Passamaquoddy-Pescatawakoni. Instead of a ribbon cutting today, we are actually going to do a ribbon tying that brings the nations together. And while these trees will be planted in separate locations in the historic core, this was an opportunity to showcase the unity and friendship and respect that has always been a part of the Roosevelt Park for over 60 years, and I think goes back to the time of your grandparents as well. This land was always part of friendship and unity between nations. So I would like to invite 3 representatives from those nations, Madame Mbo, Sakam Akaji, and Anne Roosevelt, to please come, and we'll do our ribbon tying around the elderberry.
Makwatinen, Guazi Goodmanen, Don Wetterbeck Salty, Don Abemug, with you Camdoltinen, with you Camdoltinen, Elibawaduk, Giziulinans, Eol, Skit Comic, away.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.